Oh,
We could join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, also meeting in order.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Apologize for that late. If you have electronic devices, if you could please silence them or set them to vibrate. Has everybody had an opportunity to read the minutes from our July 5th meeting? And if so, are there any additions or corrections that need to be made? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept them as presented.
So move.
Second.
The motion is by Scott Bevitan and seconded by Kay. All those in favor of approving this motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. 5 ayes. Send down for signatures. I'm sure everybody has an email to share. Mr. County Attorney, bearded man. Looking sharp and
anything for you tonight, not
over
yet.
there. Dude, this look good.
We gotta go goatee.
No,
Okay.
look good. Pull it off well.
Well, thank you.
We have no committee reports. Commissioner Strong.
Hi, everybody. Really don't have anything to report from today's commissioners meeting, but I wanted to make sure I reminded you about a August 11 joint session between the council and commissioners. I've sent emails out to everybody on that, but I know that there's been a lot of confusion with our emails in the last few days, changing providers, and I wanted to make sure that everyone was aware that we were going to have a joint session between council and commissioners on August the 11th at 6 p.m. right here. And the reason for this meeting being so we can hear a situation report from Scott Carnegie from DLZ pertaining to the Women's Work Release Center project. And in my email, I also asked if any of you thought it would be a good idea that the contractor also attend that meeting. And I haven't heard any response. So I know there may be mixed emotions about that, because any contractor has say, a personal interest in the matter. So we can either invite the contractor that did give us a bid or not. So if you have any emotions about that, you can say so now, or
You said August 11th at 6 p.m.?
yes.
Thursday night.
I'd actually be more interested in hearing contractors that did not bid on it and the reasons why they did not.
I think
And
Scott Carnegie is going to be able to report on that.
Okay.
I don't personally, unless the contractor here in question that did bid, unless he's makes any inclination he's going to cut his bid dramatically, I not see any use in him being there for this meeting.
I know an argument can be made on either side for that. So that's.
Do you know his background, this contractor's background, or have they done this type of work before, and if so, where? Do they have any examples of what they've completed and reviews of that type of work?
Yes.
Thor Construction of Richmond.
So they've done stuff with
Been
With,
with us for a year.
correctional institution.
That seems so. I don't know personally.
I mean, you can do construction, there is correctional construction, which is different animal in itself.
Well, all contractors are having difficulties right now that none of them have ever experienced. And I don't know what all he would have to add to the discussion, but Mr. Carnegie did tell me that in speaking with that contractor that they indicated that they would be willing to attend that meeting if they were invited. So I'm just passing that on to you. So if you have any feelings about it, send me a text or an email. Just say yes or no, maybe, or whatever, you know. So
Maybe,
Okay,
maybe
their website, just really quick, under the different types of projects that they have done government. It says Wayne County Jail Capital Improvements Project, Randolph County Highway Maintenance Facility, Randolph County Courthouse, Wayne County Jail Piping, Wayne County Probation Office. I mean, they've done several government projects, including a couple that were jail related.
Maybe it would drive the price down if they all were here.
Well, they're not, they're gonna bid on it, so.
Well, I don't know, but you know, there's,
I mean, what do you mean by all?
I'm just saying,
What's your definition of all? All the contractors or all the parties?
I'm just saying, it could possibly lead to driving the price down.
What would your definition of all? That's what I want to, are you talking about the contractors that didn't bid plus the contractor that bid, or are you talking about the
We're just talking about
designer?
all council and commissioners there in one place.
I think you're making it harder.
No, we're not. It's a really simple question. Do you want all, could mean all the contractors that did not bid?
What he's talking about.
what is the question, Mike?
The question, when she said if all were here, it might drive down the price. I'm not understanding what she's saying by all.
Well, right now, we only have one.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, I realize if I was a contractor trying to bid this project, it's gonna go out till the end of next year at least, probably. I would be doing a lot of CYA right now on expenses and what materials are gonna be and if I'm even gonna be able to get them.
You have to.
Well,
I mean, what would be wrong with having him here, Dale? I guess that's my question. Or why would you have any reservations?
I mean, it'd give him a chance to see our concern and
the contractor naturally would have a personal stake and personal interest in the discussion. But on the flip side of that, they could probably no doubt shed light on some of the difficulties that contractors everywhere are having right now that we may or may not be aware of. So, you know, I can invite them or not, but I didn't want to do that without at least giving you a heads up about it.
I'll ask our attorney here, if he was there and say the result of the meeting and a couple more meetings, we decide to rebid it. Is there any problem with him being the only one that attended our meeting if we didn't invite the others?
Well, nobody else did. I mean, how do you invite the others? There aren't any others.
Well,
Yeah,
that's,
I mean-
that's my question is, if that's my question about the all, are we reaching out to them that didn't bid on it? Because it shouldn't be a given saying, if we only have one bid, we've got nothing to compare it against, and we should probably rebid it. You know, try to get a rebid. That could be discussed on the 11th, as we finalize tonight.
And Scott, right?
Yeah, for clarification, Mike, you've got a contractor to do the work on this. When you give it one contractor like that, then he's gonna be subcontracting for various stages of the work project, right?
Yes.
Stay within the cost that he said he'll do it, which in my 30 years of construction experience never stays within that. So the question that I have is we need to be looking if we have extra funding if necessary to meet any costs up to a reasonable amount, but that's something we find out in that meeting, right? Because in the inflationary times we've got, any cost you get now may not be good a year from now.
Are you going to get any more bids, Dale?
At this time, no, we don't. We're not expecting any.
Did you close?
Our bid process is closed. Now, we can rebid it. I will tell you that I've been a part of these before where I've had the contractor, this was a different economic environment, where I've had the contractor say we can immediately cut 25% off of that. I have seen that happen. I have seen a contractor do that in these government bids. I think not necessarily negotiating this contract or this bid, I think one benefit might be to having him there would be, or he or they there, would be to talk about what made this cost go up. I mean, is it just simply the times, or is it that this was designed in a manner that was some type of, you know, cost prohibitive of making it a reasonable fee of what we thought? You know, maybe there's something that the engineers aren't aware of.
Cost of labor.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. So, I mean, I see there's some value to it, and keep in mind, you can always have them there and then ask, is this a special meeting or an executive session?
Special meeting,
So it's open to the public anyway.
yes.
So I don't really see any issue whatsoever with inviting them there.
I don't have a problem.
And especially, we have to keep in mind, our meetings are public, they're open to the public. That doesn't mean the public gets to speak, that just means they're open to the public. So if he shows up, we can ask him questions, or we cannot have questions for him. And I don't see any issues with that, I guess.
I don't either.
I don't have a problem, Dale.
Okay. Does anyone else have an objection? Then I'll tell Mr. Carnegie that you can invite the contractor. And if, anytime during the discussion, if you'd feel better, if he was sitting out in the hallway, you can do that, so.
Well, we can't, because
I
it's a
can say
public,
you can't,
it's a
yeah.
public meeting.
Well,
See what I'm saying?
I understand.
So even if we don't invite him, he's welcome to show up.
Right,
Right.
yes,
It's just a matter of whether we give him a voice at that meeting or not.
right.
Dale, how far are we into the project so far?
We're up to the bid letting process.
Oh,
We've
so
gone
no
through
construction
bid-
work has started yet, we're still.
No,
getting bids
nothing,
together.
nothing's going any further until
Okay.
we have a discussion and make some decisions.
Bob, the bid was significantly over budget.
Do I?
The bid was, the bid was significantly over budget.
And what's the current bed count now? With redesign?
I don't know.
That would be 62 beds, if I recall right.
Didn't it come down from what it was?
Yeah, I think originally it was like 64.
I haven't heard 20, it was on 22.
22.
Question, have we already given the paper the advertisement for the meeting?
No.
No? Is there any feeling of changing it to an executive meeting with him invited?
Well, I don't know if, I'll have to look and see if that's a valid reason to have an executive session. I don't think it is.
I don't think it does either.
I mean, you can,
Or trying to find funding?
we're trying to find funding, yeah. It's a contract issue, but I don't think, it's not pinning lit. I think we probably can't. I'll be happy to look into that though and see if we can.
Well, this whole situation is problematic, and it's worthy of public knowledge. You know, this is all stuff that we need to share with publicly, so that they know what we're doing, what we're not doing, and why. You know? So, see you all on the 11th.
Okay, thank you, Dale.
Okay, thank you.
Go and get some chicken. So go get yourself some chicken.
Okay.
Chicken not fair.
Yeah.
Okay, under old business, just a reminder that we have budget hearings starting August 9th at 9 a.m. Thank you, Jane, for doing the budget books, for your office for doing budget books. I'm sure everybody helped do that. We have no new business. So it moves on to transfers and additionals. Statewide 911, so Kelly, you're up. So you're walking pretty well.
It's all over with on good Zoom. So I'm here today to, I need to transfer some money into the stipend lines. I made the error, when I came last year to do the budget hearings. My mistake was that I had lowered the stipend lines in lieu of requesting raises. And when I did that, I did not correct the stipend lines, so they remained low. So that at this time, my stipend lines became not enough to finish the year out. So I had to cross some funds to replenish those monies to finish the year out. So that's why I'm here today. I have the money, I just didn't correct my error from the, when I did my budget last year. So yes, that was my error.
So you're looking to transfer $1,400 from seminar and training to IDAX coordination, as well as $1,000 from radio maintenance to trainers.
That is correct.
Okay.
I won't be needing the radio maintenance at the time because we're getting a new system. I came to the commissioners today to do a 144. I'll tell you the same, the new radio company came in yesterday and we are beginning the build on the new radio system. Not a whole big, I mean, they came in yesterday to do some preliminary findings and they'll be back in a couple of weeks to start really digging in. So just, that's a piece of FYI.
That's just radios, not the CAD system, right?
No, not the CAD. No, that's not my deal. It's the radio system, which I'm very happy.
Okay.
I'll
Is
make
there a
a
motion to approve these, or do you want to take them together or separately?
I was gonna make a motion to do them together.
Okay.
I'll make a motion for Kelly's 911 transfer from Fund 4912 to account 30410 for $1,400. Any other transfer from Fund 4912 to account 30831 for $1,000.
Second.
Okay, made the motion, John seconded. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. 5 ayes.
Thank you. And is there any questions other than what I'm up here for? Just to check in with you. I haven't seen any of you for a while.
We'll get to reacquaint next week.
I know. I hope my email gets fixed. I don't even know dates of nothing because I can't get into my email. So,
Easy.
Thank
it
you.
is easy, but something's screwball with mine. So
Okay.
Mike's been text.
Who's hiding behind the podium?
So
We'll see you at 10:40
Who's hiding behind the podium?
Oh,
at
Okay,
10:40,
see.
what date?
John.
on the 9th.
On the
Who's
9th?
behind the podium?
I'll be here.
Brandon. Burgess.
Yeah, I hope you dug out the mason jars and all that stuff.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm just wondering, you know.
We'll figure it out.
Okay. Bye, guys. Have a great
Bye.
evening. Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly.
All right, emergency management, budget line transfer, to gas oil, $600. Is there a motion to approve, or,
Also moved.
Second.
motion by Mr. Clark, seconded by Ms. Kay. Motion's on the floor, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. 5 ayes.
Surprised we're not getting more of those.
Health Department, transferring $500 from nursing maintenance to gas and diesel. Yeah, I just caught what you said, yeah.
Like Sheriff's Department, Highway
Yep.
Department.
So they need more money for gas and diesel, that's shocker. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll move.
Second.
John's made the motion to approve, Kay's made the motion to second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. We have no 144s. There's, Brandon, did you have anything, or you just coming to,
No, sir, I don't have anything for the session.
you just bored?
I need to talk with Jane after.
Oh, that's a good reason. All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All those in
Oh,
favor?
sorry, wait a minute. Did you want to say something?
I have a question.
Sure.
Bring it, Mike. I had the opportunity this week to visit the courthouse and some business. And Mitch Daniels, all fines from the courts are paid directly to the state. We get none of that. But we have a policy +1. We get $1 off of every fine. Where's that dollar going?
Well, I looked into that a little bit when I helped with the IOC system and the sheriff's department to get the laptops in our vehicles. Because I was wondering if that would increase our revenue, not like, you know, encouraging the sheriff's department to, or the police department, city police to write tickets, but there was a kickback to us, and I don't remember what I was told, but I think some of it goes to Superior Court.
Okay. My other question then to go along with that, Mike, is that's been 20, 30, 40 years. Why isn't it +10?
No, I-
I mean, if we're looking to fund our courts, why can't it be $10 instead of $1? It's been that way for 40 years. It's just a question. I mean, if they can afford drugs, they can afford $10 more on their court costs.
I can't answer that question for you.
Yeah, just throw it out there, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Who sets that fee?
Mr. Attorney? Who
Court
said
costs,
court
court costs are set by the state.
So,
I'm not sure if we're talking about fines. So
We
every,
add $1 to every court cost for the local, for our government here.
everywhere I've ever practiced, court costs are always the same. When they get bumped up, they get bumped everywhere. I'm not sure if we have the ability to change, to deviate from what the state fee is.
And we've
I
been
can
doing
look
it
into
a long
that certainly.
time.
If that's the dollar you're talking about, those just
Yes.
court costs?
Yes.
Because there's a whole bunch of fees that go into a court case, but just the court
Well,
costs.
these are fines set by the state. They're set a certain amount,
Well,
for every offense,
so-
there's a certain amount of fines
Yeah,
set.
fines and court costs are different though.
Yeah,
Court
this
costs
is fines,
is
okay.
something, court costs is something that every criminal case, if you get convicted of, you have to pay a
Maybe I
fee.
used the wrong wording, okay?
So fines is something that in every criminal case, you can be fined, there's a maximum fine depending on the type of criminal case it is.
That's kind of up to the judge.
That's up, well, it's actually, it's up to the judge, but more often than that, it's up to the prosecutor and the defense attorney. Getting into an agreement, but I don't know where that fine money goes. I've never practiced in an area where, quite honestly, that fines are heavily sought. It's hard enough to get these folks to pay court costs, drug and alcohol countermeasures fees, probation fees, community correction fees, all those kind of things. I will look into, so are you wanting to know about court costs or are you wanting to know about fines?
I just want to know where that dollar comes from, we get a +1 on, and I think that's for all the fines that are fined at the court, because all that goes to the state. We don't get to keep any of that,
Okay, I'll look into that and see what I can find out.
okay?
Okay,
That's my question, okay? Just trying to get some money in here.
so back to our motion. With motion on the floor to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
You already had the motion. Yeah, we had the motion, I think we had the voting process.
Who
All those-
seconded it? I'm sorry. I know Kay made the motion.
John.
John, okay.
Originally.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
5 ayes. Meeting adjourned. I mean, really.